What's up, guys? Happy 4th of July. I want to talk about the fights coming on tomorrow night. I'm not really going to go into the whole card, and that's my bad on that. I should have, and I really should right now, but I got to be somewhere in a hurry. So I'm going to try to touch on really the main two fights, and then also Sunday night the Frankie Edgar BJ Penn fight. Now, don't expect this from me often, where I only come and talk about a couple fights. Normally, I not only break the whole card down, I break down, I usually break down the main card, the undercard, depending on if it's on, Fox Sports 1 or whatever. And then I normally tell you who I think's going to win, how I think they're going to win, and give you betting tips if you bet. Like, I normally do bet on fights. I got a pretty good record. But anyway, let's talk about Sunday's fight first, and then we'll get into tomorrow night's stat card. It really is a fucking stat card. But Frankie Edgar, BJ Penn, the third match, in which Frankie Edgar, in my opinion, this will be the third fight between these guys. Frankie Edgar won the first two, and in my opinion, Frankie Edgar is hands down one of the most underestimated fighters, not only in the UFC today, but in the UFC period. Think back real fast. Now, he has beaten, like I said, BJ Penn twice. He's defended his title in wars against Gary Maynard. I honestly feel that I think he beat Ben Henderson both times. The second time, I thought that it was pretty decisive, and how the judges didn't score it for him, I really don't know. The judging's pretty bad in MMA today. But it's come to points where if you want to, and it's sad that it's come to this point, but if you want to decisively want to fight, you either need to score multiple takedowns and do damage, drop your opponent a few times throughout the match, or, hey, if all else fails, just be in a country that you're from. Fight in Brazil and be from Brazil, and you're pretty much going to win as long as you don't get knocked out or dominated. But anyway, back to this. I'm predicting that Frankie Edgar is going to take this fight. I really do. I think Frankie Edgar is going to take this fight. Now, I do think it's going to go to a decision, but I think that he'll win by unanimous decision. I expect him to be, like, as always, faster than BJ Penn. I expect him to score multiple takedowns. I expect him to put some ground and pound on him, as well as really outstriking him. There's only one area that BJ Penn, I think, can do any damage to Frankie Edgar, and that is with his jiu-jitsu, which I don't think that's going to be a factor. I think Frankie's jiu-jitsu is good enough to nullify BJ's. But now, with that's the only fight I'm going to predict for that night. Now, Saturday, let's talk about Rousey Davis first. Ronda Rousey, I don't think she's going to leave this year with the belt. She will be beaten. She will be beaten by the end of this year. I would pretty much bet money on that. Now, is Davis the person to beat her? I don't think so. I think Davis has all the tools to beat her. She's got better stand-up, and believe it or not, her submission game is better. The only thing, now Rousey's got good submissions, but she's only known for an armbar. That's it. Alexis Davis has a wide variety of submissions. I guess you could actually consider her a submission specialist, even though I think her stand-up, she does more with her stand-up, in my opinion. But I see Rousey finishing this. I don't think it's going to be by armbar. I think it will be either by decision or a TKO, probably third or fourth round. I'm pulling for Davis, though. Don't get me wrong. I don't like Ronda Rousey, but I think Rousey will win. Now, the main event, Lyoto Machida versus Chris Weidman. Anybody that's been following me for any amount of time will know I can't stand Chris Weidman. I cannot stand him just for the fact, and I'll blatantly admit this, it has nothing to do with him as a person. It has nothing to do with him as a fighter. He beat Anderson Silva 2 times. The first time, Anderson Silva beat himself. The second time, Anderson Silva once again was getting in Weidman's head and broke his own leg. So Anderson Silva's beating himself twice. Now, in my opinion, I'll probably get a lot of shit for saying that. I don't care. I'm not saying Chris Weidman's a talented fighter, yes, and I'm fully admitting that. I'm just saying that he is overhyped, and until he beats someone with some merit, and I'm not going to take him seriously, because like I said, in my opinion, he didn't beat Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva beat Anderson Silva, and then a freak accident happened. But I'm going to say I'm pulling for Machida, and I actually think Machida's going to win. I think Machida is going to knock him out in the late second, early third round. That's my opinion. Those are my thoughts on the fights, guys. Sorry I didn't do a full analysis. Usually I do. I've just been busy. I had to work. I've been working quite a bit. They bumped my hours up to 50 hours, and I've had a lot of running to do and a lot of stuff to catch up on. And so next fight, I promise you guys, full everything. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Y'all have a happy 4th of July. And I'll see you guys later with some more MMA or video game, videos.